Hey guys, this is Caroline again. Just wanted to make this quick video regarding my day trade and to help you to see if you can you can help yourself to become profitable as a forex trader. Let's see what happened this morning. Right when you go to the daily chart of this pair USD card, here is the daily. You can see there's a major resistance line that has been broken. This line is coming all the way back from November, and with that major break, I do believe that we can see price move. Probably that's one spot. When it turn, that's another spot, and probably you can have another spot there. Those are all reversal areas, reversal points that happen there. So I believe that price can jack up, move on to 1038, and you have this major resistance here that price has not been able to break through that. That's okay. 1.0045. That's another place to look at. But when you go back to the 5 minutes chart, well, instead of bobbing your head with this, you can go back to the 5 minutes chart on a daily basis and see what does really happens. So like I said, I wanted to show you something really critical to trading, and that's a long-term trade on the daily chart. There's a major break above, and so you think your bias is up. So my bias is up. So when I woke up this morning, I was looking at the charts and I saw this happen. Instead of waiting completely for the pullback, I said okay, I was going to take a trade because I see okay, my criteria all made. Price is up, it's just taking the parabolic SAR up. But look at what was happening here. My stochastics was way above here, which you can take a buy trade at this point, because this, according to my criteria, this has to be down here when this happens for me to take the trade. But one, this is a warning, I ignored my own rule, and guess what happened? I lost the trade. You know, the risk was not that high. I lost about 8.3, and look at what happened again in my next trade. Crazy, isn't it? Price was coming down right now. You see that push down there? Here I am. Took a buy trade there, which I thought was a long-term trade. Do you see what was wrong with that trade? It had not taken the parabolic SAR out, but I went with the trade anyway. Even though this trade turned out to be positive, it's a wrong positive trade. That's when you say you win but you lose because you didn't stick to your rules. So look at what happened to my third trade. Price started moving down again. Guess what happened? In my mind, my bias is up, so immediately this happens. The buyers are coming back into the market. So I jumped in for my daily trade. But guess what happened? I ignored my rules. So I'm saying this to you to know that these things happen sometimes. Your mind just play a trick on you, and you think instead of focusing on what you see on your chart, you focus on what is on your mind. Every time I've done that, believe you me, it has always been a loser. Why? Because I didn't stick to the rules. That's it, period. I cannot give an explanation. Yeah, market my turn, that's true. But even if you turn and you win, that's not a win. It's a lose for you. So these trades were losses for me this morning. So I took another 20 pip loss there, ignoring a rule. Alright. Let's look at what happened in my next trade. Here I am. Made the same mistake again in my following trade. But this time I'm looking at a candlestick. I look at that rejection there, this rejection here. Top for this trade was at 179.70. So you can see it pierced down, just me out, and then came back. Again, this is what sometimes you call revenge trade. Because of that happens, you're angry with yourself and you say, now I'm just gonna take this trade, I must win. And then sometimes you end up losing. That's possible. That's what happens in the mind of people. But at last I got a really good trade here. Now this was almost a perfect setup for going long. This candle here, it took out the parabolic SAR, which came back right here at once at 0.9970, closes above the 2 moving average. At that point, you can see percentage K of stochastics, that's the green line here, this green line was above the red line. That was a high, in this I call it a high probability trade setup. It takes out parabola to the opposite direction. Price closed above 2 moving averages. And below, stochastic is right down here. And if you check that particular, yeah, that was the candle there. Percentage K just crosses above percentages. That was a good trade. And guess what happens? Look at where I closed the trade. So it just moves. So far as long as price continue to close above the moving average, I had no problem with that. Until price goes below the moving average, that should be signaling to short on this daily, this intraday chart of 5 minutes, signaling for me to go short. Guess what? I closed the trade. That was a trade there. From here, let's see the ruler from here. There, it's about 38 pips. That was a great morning. And short happens there. The price goes below the average. It's taking a parabolic SAR to the opposite direction. Look at where stochastics was. Stochastics was a little above. So that was a point to go short on a daily basis. Don't be afraid to take some of these trades when the entry occurs. That was a good one to take because all the criteria have been met. Percentage K in this case, okay, because that was the entry there. Percentage K is below percentage D of the stochastic. Prices goes below the average. Parabolic SAR is above, so you go short. And right now, 6.6. Though my bias is up, this is intraday chart. This is my daily. This is how I trade on a daily basis. I have a trade on just one position open for longer term because it just broke that thing, so I don't worry about that position. But when I trade on a daily basis, I'm looking at all things. It's, as you can see, it's easy, but sometimes we make it complicated, like what I did here. See, there was no trade to take here. The criteria was not possible, but I took it and I lose. And the same thing happened here. Instead of taking the trade based on what I have in the book as my trade stem, I ignored it. And I just showed you what happened when you do that. And again, I just showed you what happened when you stick to the rules. Your trades are almost perfect. Trade when goes up and goes down. So every single day you can have trade setups. Just stick to the rules. Parabolic SAR, 2 moving averages, and stochastics. So far good. Positive today, 8 plus 20 there. And here I added a trade on here. As you can see, that was a new trade I took. I closed all of them at the same place. And luckily that's the one I took here also. Ended up with a profit. So that's okay. But that was wrong because it sure didn't get to the initial loss. That's why the trade was still here. I just left it 130 to go to the initial stop loss. So right now what I'm gonna do, just add a stop loss and let this thing be at break even. Stop it and break even, and I put that here. So now this particular trade, the risk is now 0. I just brought my stop loss to break even. So even if it comes back and takes me out, like I expect, because of that break in the daily chart, thinking okay, most of it will be going up, I don't care, because right now it's it's zero. If it goes in my favor, fine. If it comes back and takes me out, it's zero point 0.5 pips or something like that, which is not a problem. Sometimes that happens. But as long as stochastic is going down, I know the momentum right now is going down. So if we want to stick to the rules of, okay, price has just crossed the major momentum, what you have to do is wait for this pullback, and when a buy stop occurs, you take the trade. So I hope this video has given you the reality of trading. It happens to everybody. You will lose, you will gain, but keep to your rules if you can. That will help you go a long way. So I wish you all the best with your trading, and I hope that you can use this to make some monies from the market, and try to become disciplined as you trade. Okay? Now God bless you. Bye bye.